and welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey. I am That Resolves, and this is Primal Icaria. I really like this deck, and we'll be playing the traditional armory tomorrow, but for now, let's take a look at this. Since the Dusk Road, we've had access to Strategize, which is a cool little combo with Rise to the Challenge, as it lets you remove some bricks from your hand in the early game, so you just tour them up later. And I feel like any deck where you can play both Lightning Storm and Harsh Rule is pretty safe on the ladder. And they both clear the way for you to get in there with your Sword of the Sky King or your Starsteel Daisho. Staff of Stories is a throwback to the past, but when backed up with Throne Warden, can really do some work against Hydroport decks, as well as sometimes just being a healing salve in a clutch position against some beatdown decks. I'm a big fan of being able to play Eilyn's Choice, as this can do a good job at protecting your weapons from expensive spells and hasty dragons. Valkyrie Enforcer, just a necessary inclusion, so you've got a way to deal with the Dawnwalkers, but hopefully we just don't run into any time decks. I really like the power level and variety of our win conditions, as we've got the Sword of the Sky King and Starsteel Daisho, which are both potent threats when paired with the Throne Wardens and the Icarias. The Daisho holding Icaria buffs like a hero. The power base is simple yet elegant, with a good influence coverage overall, as well as having the Cobalt Waystone, which gives you yet another way of protecting your weapons from any Shatterglass mages who may be unlucky enough to run against. But you didn't come for a read through, it's time to see it in action. On at the games. Okay, let's take a look. This sounds good. It's got basically all of our colours. We're able to deploy Wisdom with the Elders. If we're against anything beat down, we get Lightning Storm, and then we get to finish up the game for the Rise to the Challenge. So I'll keep this. But I was going to seek on turn 1 because we've got an idea that we do need the blue. We've got pretty much all of the colours accounted for, apart from Icaria. And hopefully we'll be able to draw into that by the time we get the 7 power. Okay, got a difficult choice here. So, trigger up the Primal and pass the turn. Sometimes you might want to save your Seek powers. I think at this point we do need to play this, just so we'll be able to deploy this on time. And Seek Order's fine. We do have 5 power in total already, so maybe we don't actually want it. And we don't really need fixing for the final green. I think overall it's fine to keep it, because we're unlikely to get super flooded because we don't have the Rise. Okay, let's start playing against Faln. This match is a little bit tougher for us than it would be for the traditional armory, because we've not really got a way of finding... Oh, there's the Wisdom gone. We've not really got a way of making our weapons be 5 power in the Rakano item. Actually, their decision here could tell us a lot about their hand. Taking the Rise, they're just going to fight through this. That's fine by me. Play Saint Pass. There's actually no reason for me to play it on their turn, and that could be a mistake. I think we'll snap it off now. Just because I don't actually want to get unsealed here. And that's why I should have just done it on my turn. So I did it when they were down a power, so they couldn't actually do that. So right now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand, so we won't go over hand size. So right now, just play the banner. I really like the odd banner in the deck, just fits in there as like it's a depleted dual land, that's more than fine. Our opponent's not doing anything either. It's very likely we just slam this out there. Because unless this deck just magically transforms into some sort of reanimator deck, I don't see anything hasting for us. It's not perfect, but I'm happy to spend 2 cards just to keep my staff around. Just the longer this stays, the more ahead we're going to cards. Our opponent's quite low here. It's possible they've got backup for this. But I'd rather harsh rule now, rather than just holding up the Eilyn's Choice, because if we do Eilyn's Choice, there's a chance that they do get to play Primal, given it Aegis, and if not, they just might get to unseal us. But for now, I'm happy to sit here, draw a bunch of cards. They'll just be a lot behind us. They need to really beat us down. Feeling quite protected. I don't really want to rise to the challenge yet. I'd really want to rise for an Icaria, but in a couple of turns' time, we'll just be able to rise and play her in the same turn. As these won't protect us from... I might actually be talking nonsense there. As in Feln, they don't actually have a way of dealing with cards in hand. Yeah, ignore what I said. I'm just thinking of Vara's choice when I should be thinking of Vara's favour. Okay, so... I'm not sure I need harsh rule here, but... I think I will. I think this is the turn where we're just going to get the Icaria down. I could have got Sword of the Sky King, a nice 10-8. Well, got a kind of spill up for this Death Strike, which I think is worth it. Gives our Aegis, and we're getting there. They do get to get our staff, but we've got a 7-5 in play, and our card quality is quite high right now. So, right, okay. I was wondering why that didn't work the way it was supposed to. There's a chance we do draw another Icaria that could be the top card, so I might want to do this first, but I think that's been too greedy. So I'm going to get in there. Now we can strategize. Hopefully draw something that's got +10. I'm not so lucky, so we'll just put the Seek on the bottom. Right now, we can just silence this, shoot this, and have a scout. 14-14 from Warden. Not exactly where I wanted my warcries to hit, but a 14-14 with an Aegis is still fine. Our opponent's given up. Okay, I think this is fine. We've got interaction. If we're going to beat our deck, sadly we do have the Icaria, but hopefully we're going to strategize that. I think this is worth keeping. In the last game we saw that our opponent missed out on a little bit of value by just firing off the Vara's favours pretty early on. We're pretty sure they could have got themselves in a position where they could have just used it to destroy my win condition. Okay, whatever this is probably pretty weak to a lightning storm, so I'm going to leave this. I'm not going to bolt it straight away with the torch. If anything weird happens, like they try and put a weapon on it, then I'll just shoot it with a torch. But for now, I'm happy with my own little Phoenix in arena. This is a medium problem because even after you lightning storm, it's still got a body, but both of the bodies are not very impressive. They just have a 2 power for now, and some level 3. I think I'm quite happy just to sit here and draw some cards, and then eventually play this. Yep, this is fine. fine too. It's gonna chuck out the premium one so they know me business. And I think the double green is more important. I can take a bunch of damage with this lightning storm. And that leaves us with not much else to do this turn, so I think for now we can just torch this. The Dissembler is the main threat. And they've also got a torch in hand. This in play means every time one of their units dies, I take one. And that can get quite ropey. So we've got 6 power here, so maybe it's worth keeping this in play. The Vanquish is a clean answer to any Stone Skyscrapers I might have, but I'm so close to being able to play Icaria, I think I might keep her just so that I'm able to close the game reasonably early on. Next turn, if we draw undepleted power, we're able to Lightning Storm and Wisdom of the Elders. Yep, this is fine. Theoretically, I sort of need it. Now I feel pretty silly about chucking the Vanquish. I thought they were going to play some more stuff out. Now, obviously, they don't really need to, but that's fine. Hopefully, they commit a little bit more to the board. I'm not going to die off 6 damage. Right now is actually an okay time to hold up the Wisdom of the Elders, because might give our opponent like a pause for thought, thinking about Eilyn's choice. But as we get to keep it up all the time, maybe it's not quite as good. Okay, well we've got the red we need, so I chuck a harsh rule down. Yep, this is fine. I'm feeling pretty silly about harsh rule on a 1-1. I'd have much preferred to have had that Vanquish. But now we get Scout. We're going to be playing the Icaria on time. Don't need any more power now. Next turn, if they reload with an assembly line, we do get to make a Lightning Storm and then a Throne Warden. Throne Warden is going to gain us 4 life. Second Lightning Storm. Okay. They might have done with Devour here, but I'm pretty sure they've still got Torch from earlier. So play this, go to 13. Armor being slightly better than health in this deck. Yep. I could be getting Madness here. Won't put that past them. Yep. I'd be surprised. Yep, I'm very surprised they had a Death Strike in hand. Now we've got 5 Warcries on top. We're in a good position against them. Yep, our opponent's down to nothing, and we're about to have a 4-5 weapon. The Vanquishes aren't great, because it's unlikely they've got many targets for it in the deck. No, just Rise. And it was the Daisho that got the buffs, so let's just have an 11-9. If they rip a Sabotage, we're in trouble, and I've got punished for not getting the Icaria, but this kills them instantly. We'll lose this weapon, because this little guy did 2 damage. I now just get to 22 damage. Daisho is ridiculous when it works out. Slow hand, but it's got good power. Want to play, but I'm still just going to throw this. Just want to see Wisdom of the Elders. This is better. We've got 2 of them. Drawing cards is sort of my thing. For right now, we'll just throw this out there. I'll tell you what colour we want. I think it's probably going to be red or green. Okay. Well, now we get to hide any potential torches we might have. Biggest hero deck. There could be actually another armory list. If this is straight hero, then they could be in trouble with us because their feast callers are pretty easy to dispatch with Runehammers. We're just a little bit more threat heavy than they are. I think I'm going to wait and see before bottom this Lightning Storm. So for now I'm just going to develop our power base. Let's get all the colours we need. With literally no reason to act whatsoever. Okay, so this could very well be temporal control, which is a slight more of a problem. It's a good reason to keep the Cobalt Waystone just in case they do want to be chalicing us in the face. I think right now it's a good opportunity for us to throw ours out. Oh, we've got double threats, and these are probably quite good against whatever our opponent's up to. Because these, on an empty board, these are still threats. But it'll take 2 spells to deal with. Copper Healer's an interesting inclusion. So it's a problem again with us being Icaria Primal rather than just a straight traditional armory. We're going to have trouble getting 5 power with this, so this is reasonably good against us. But for now, chuck Throne Warden in there. I'd really like to see a Staff of Stories. I think this is a matchup where I could shine. This could actually be some sort of chalice build. This is worth it. Just clear the board. Just start getting there for damage. We do trade fairly easily with a Desert Marshal here. I think I can escape here. But now we get to strategize. We've got a better idea of what we're looking for. I don't want the Vanquish, but I do want the power. I'll trade there because if they are Chalice, I just want to get as many 2 power units they've got away from them. Because each of those will just be able to bury us with cards later on. Okay, so we can start the Staff of Stories. The amount to spend the next turn is ultimate in this. So I think we can take this because we can take 4 damage here. If they have a Obelisk, that'd be strange, but they still won't be able to destroy this. So for now, I think I can just gamble, play this, and follow up with Harsh Roll. Yep, we take 4. Wasn't super concerned about a protect there. Play the Wisdom. And I could play the Warden. A Face Aegis would have been nice to protect us from the channel, but there's not much we could do there. Our opponent's just going to try and burn us out now, so we just need to race. So we can play this for a bit of haste damage. I think that's what we'll do. I think next turn I'll play the Valkyrie Enforcer, silencing whatever, and have this to protect us from a harsh roll. Or any more chalices. Well, channels. Okay, just going to get in there. Throw us out there and just hold this up. I feel like we're really behind on cards, so I just want to get as aggressive as possible. Now they get to do the play activate with Kofan. It looks like they might be turning this into a 4/7. So just Vanquish this. And we're going to attack him with both. This is fine. I'd rather get this out of the air. I think we can sort of use the Lightning Storm later to get some sort of value. And I'm not really into this. I could really have attacked first just to see if there was a Desert Marshal in my future. I think that's what I'll do here. Just need to keep attacking until I find a good weapon instead. There's a chalice. No play and activate with the chalice is a worrying concern for our opponent. And that was game. Okay, probably not even remotely keepable as much as I'd like to. This is much better. Okay, Postals, I'll wait to see what we're up against before I do anything. Legion, okay. So this could still be a lot of different things. So I'll just play the Waystone for now. Just wait a little bit for this. I'll just do Wisdom here. Pass the turn. Sky King's not excellent this early on, but it'll have a place later. And I'm pretty sure that Staff Restorer look good in this matchup, whatever it's going to be. Run out and seek. Don't particularly need anything. Let's grab a Justice anyway, just to make this closer to active. And have a Scout. Runehammer is potentially just not very good against whatever this deck's up to, so we'll bottom that. Anything like False Prince, Sandstorm Titan, I'd probably prefer not to have that weapon in play. Gotta play this into just getting eaten, so not overly enthusiastic about this either, so I think we'll just, first off we'll strategize. Bit of lightning storm. And vanquish this. Okay, well, I wonder what this is all about. We do have a 2-4, so we can't realistically torch that. I think I'm just going to get the Icaria. Well, there's a trump card for the matchup, but it was a little bit too slow. I'm pretty aware that could be either a Desert Wasp or a Xenian Initiation over here, which could be a problem for us. But I just want to get our threat down. Well, here it is. Well, we've got a 9 now, so I guess that'll do it. It's always just better to be lucky than good. Also, because we don't have a unit in play yet, we're able to play around any overwhelmed killer units. I agree. So I'll Warden first, just to make sure nothing silly happens. That's very likely all she wrote. Okay, so they're going to need a threat here to follow up, but we do have a hash roll. Okay, still not remotely capable, so it's a redraw. Okay, another blue deck. Uh-oh, this guy. So I would rather have squared that to the bottom. So we're going to be against either the blue-red prowess deck or the... So Runehammer's still going to be against that deck. I think we'll keep this because we're just going to try and hopefully interact enough just to get there with the hash roll. Then perhaps we'll finish off with this. It's just either a blue-red Yetis deck or the blue-red Caleb prowess deck. This looks like actual Yetis. I was going to tip everyone off what we're on. Let's just pull out green. If a Wump is played next turn, at least we get to do Enhalen's choice on this. But we're going to be taking 4 for now. Well, I'm sort of hoping there is a Wump. Just so that I do actually get to use a spell every time, because I'm going to be in a bit of trouble if I just take a chunk of 6 here. So what Wump would do is, send it instead. Wump would have Anthemed them and dealt a little bit of damage. Quite. Let's see where they played it pre-combat now. So I think right now, as much as I'm loath to use a removal just before we make a hash roll, I'm going to have to remove something. And I suppose it'll be this one, because this one's increasing the quality of the draws. And if I drew a Lightning Storm next turn, I won't really be super interested in playing it. I just want to slam the harsh rule. If there's a Caleb's choice, then we'll probably die on the spot. But if not, we can... Okay, they tapped out, so we're in good shape. Get to face Aegis into harsh rule. Then, hopefully if they whiff for a turn, we're just able to do something with Alan's choice. Okay, well, we have to torch this. That could definitely be a mistake if they play the champion. Well, same as always, it's still expected to be looking good. An understated effect of Icaria is that if the next card of our deck that she warcried is a weapon, it's a little bit like a game 5, which is going to be something very, well needed in this sort of matchup. If there's an attack, I'm just going to suspect that it's for pushing damage. I'll probably block this one, because I don't suspect there'd be a rampage of some sort. And if there's double torch, that's more than fine by me. We're just in the push damage aspects of the game right now. So we'll attack first, and then we warcry. We warcry, and then we wisdom with the elders. Okay, well, this will be lethal next turn. So for now, to start off, I have to hold open the Island's choice. And if there is a champion, we got to Island's choice that, block the 3-2. Hopefully, our opponent doesn't actually have the double torch here. And it looks like we were just lucky enough just to get there. Okay, another stone uncapable. Let's redraw. It sounds not very good at all. A Strategize would help a lot. But I'll accept any Primal source because it means we'll get to play this. I think straight off I'm happy to play the Fire Sigil, just gives a little bit of interaction. We don't really need it, because we do have the Lightning Storm. In fact, it might have just been better to hide it. Okay, that would have been better as well because we've had to unrepeated one of these as well. Not that's going to matter, so this is a situation where we're happy just to play this down. In the event that we did draw a Primal on top, I'll be happy enough just to not have this up straight away. Okay, well, it didn't really matter. Doesn't really make it correct, but we'll keep playing. I think right now we're just in the trade torches. Don't want to let them run away the game, get like 9-12 damage out of this, plus whatever warcries. This could very well just be that game anyway, because we've first stumble and they'll just get to keep applying threats. We've got Lightning Storm and Vanquish in the mirror, which isn't excellent. Okay, we're getting closer. Well, we do have sort of a 2-for-1 answer for an opposing Throne Warden, if we're not able to deploy our own. Okay, kind of Artisan, that's an interesting inclusion. Definitely makes a lot of their deck a lot scarier. Oh, got the blue. I'm just going to chuck this out here now. Rakano is generally more at home in the traditional armory decks. So I think right now, I'm going to strategize. Well, don't really need 2 torches. Keep the premium. Both got an Aegis, so 2 torches not really going to do anything for us. So we can torch and vanquish this, but I think enough damage has been done. Right now I'm just trying to soak up some damage, or at least remove some of this armour, and then as soon as we get an undepleted power we'll be able to get an Icaria out there. They should probably attack first because it's free. Yep, I think we're still on the same plan, just sort of preserve our life total, hit some of the armour off this. Yeah, this is fine. I think they should probably just be attacking first. Just because if I do trump it preserves armour and I just get to get in for free. Wow, 4-1. All of their Runehammer is going to be 5-2s, so that's sort of sad. So if they've drawn a Runehammer, they're going to get to deal with this basically in the cleanest possible way. Yep. So I've got really sort of nonsense ways of dealing with this. Just trading Runehammers and pull it dead on the way back. But we fought as hard as we could here. Okay, you got it. So now we've got an interesting choice because we're going to rise to the challenge, and if this resolves, which it did, okay, we could very well just be getting there again with our 11-9. So no whammies. Any weapon or threat is basically us dead. And that'll do it. So close. Okay. Overall, I had fun with this deck. I'm not sure how much I like the tension of having Staff of Stories with the other weapons, but it's just so crushing in some matchups that it will make up for it. I'd like to try a version with Rakano, especially for leaning on Daisho and Sky King. We saw how much of an impact it was able to have in the previous game, well, in the last game. I could also see branching out into a Molten Fist version, as we've already got Throne Warden, and Disjunction could be an easy free splash with a huge impact. Well, tune in next time where we'll be jamming some traditional armory and seeing how they compare. Thanks for watching.